Okay, now normally I would do this without breaking any sacred traditions, which would of course mean that I would beat this guy using only Ash, Fran, and Penelo. Unfortunately, I did a test fight on this before this recording, and I have a theory about Death Strike. Apparently, the longer the battle lasts, the more often he uses Death Strike. So, for example, if I beat him using my regular strategy, I can beat him in 20 minutes, 20 to 25 minutes. But if I beat him with only 3 characters, it's going to take about maybe 40 minutes to an hour in this version anyway. And he would start spamming Death Strike, and Death Strike really fucks me over. So I'm just not going to deal with that. I'll just use everybody except for Balthier at some points. So, but in any case, what's up guys, Dr. Kefka, welcome back to Final Fantasy 12 International, the Zodiac Job System, passed in English by FFgriever. Today we are going to take on Yazamat. Now, I said that I was going to do an English fight and a Japanese fight of this. Well, not Japanese, but international fight. But the thing is, you've already seen me fight that guy in English about 500 times by now, and there's zillions of those on YouTube already. So instead, I'm just going to make this a 20 to 25 minute video of the international version to show you how much more easier he can be defeated in the international version. Okay. All right, so let's get this show on the road. Now, unfortunately for Yazamat, there are a lot, and I made a lot of things that made him a lot easier to beat in this international version. All right, I will explain them as the battle is going on, and I'm gonna try to record this in the highest quality as possible since I have the equipment to do that. So, but oh well. All right, for Ash, we're gonna use the Trago Tower, the Gadget Gloves, of course. Balthier, Boss is gonna have the same thing, but notice that he's not wearing any helmets. I will explain that while we're doing the battle. Alright. Fran, Staff of the Magic, Golden Skull Cap, Glimmer Rose, Ribbon, Vaughn, just basic stuff, really not important because he's only going to be there for the beginning of the fight. Balthier, I'm not going to use him at all, unfortunately. Penelo, Rod of Faith. The only reason why I'm using this thing is so I can give it some practical use because in this version, regardless of what she's wearing, she's going to have 99 magic, which is why I'm giving her the Rod of Faith. So, alright, Ribbon, Lowly Rose, Circle, of course. Same thing for Penelo, Ribbon, Glimmer Robes, stuff like that. Okay. Gambits, this is where things get a little tricky because it's another version. Fran and Penelo have pretty much the same gambits. Reverse, Decoy, Bubble, Phoenix down on Penelo, and Ash, and how do I do this again? Yeah, you're going to pick up Ash. Okay. Your priority is picking up Ash, then you're gonna pick up your priority is picking up Penelo, then you're gonna pick up Ash, then you pick up anyone who's dead after that. Bravery, Haste on Berserk, which is Ash and Bosch. Either and X potion at the beginning of the fight. I'll explain that later on. He's gonna start the fight by using Expose and Phoenix down if I need it. Then he's gonna go into kick-ass mode down here, okay? Which is Berserk and Dark mode himself. I'll explain that later on. Ash is going to I'm gonna put her in kick-ass mode right now, actually. Yeah, I'm gonna do that with her right now. Now I think about it. Let me just go ahead and use them foods to put in kick-ass mode here. Alright. Move a few steps, so 1 hit point, 1 magic point, and she gets 10 hit points. Alright, now let's just do Bravery on myself. And notice I only have 14 of these, but it's on my gimmick. But this is all I need for the international version because I can beat them really, really fast in this international version. And I'm not gonna do this in super speed because if I do that in super speed, I'll lose control of my characters. I don't want to do that. Okay, so. All right, as I said, Penelo and Fran pretty much have the same gimmicks. The only difference is she's gonna use a Rise. Wait a minute. Okay, she's gonna use a Rise on Fran. I need to change that. She's gonna use a Rise on Fran. And she's gonna use Phoenix down. What the hell am I doing? Phoenix down on Ash. And let's see. And Phoenix down on Bosch too. Okay. Confusing at first, but you'll see how effective it is once I start the battle here. Okay. The spell is up here in case I need it. We'll go with that later. The spell right here for Yazamat, of course. I use that during the growing threat stage. Okay. Alright, and let's get this show started. We're gonna go ahead and set up my reverse and decoy things with Fran and Penelo here. Alright. Alright, and I'm gonna lead with Fran and Vaughn, by the way. Alright, now without further ado, let's get this show started. And I need to put this on in case he does the breath thing and the ribbon too. So, and this to give me 100 evasion. Not that it matters in this fight, but I just want to do it anyway. Okay, let me double check my gimmicks one more time. X potion on yourself, X potion on Vaughn, and let's do this. Up. I'm supposed to be controlling Vaughn, not Fran. Okay. And here's the big boy, Yazamat. I rated him number 3 as the most difficult Final Fantasy boss to defeat, but this is only if you're playing the English version. In this version, he's not really that difficult anymore. So, alright, boss is gonna spend the first part of this fight using Expose, and he's gonna keep doing that until I get to Cyclone. Alright. I'm simply gonna use Vaughn to get rid of these annoying traps. Unfortunately, one of these traps will occasionally cause Berserk, which is why I might be dispelling Fran with Penelo, because I can't have that happening. So. We should also explain why Fran and Vaughn are spamming X potions on him. So this is Vaughn's only job, to get rid of these traps, so I can give him some use in this fight. I tried to find a job for Balthier, but unfortunately I didn't unlock the Expose ability for his license board. Unfortunately, Balthier is going to have to miss out on this fight. You know what? I'm going to give Balthier some use. In the international version, you actually have a chance to get the Diablos bone from him. There's another way to get it, so don't worry if you really want this item, but I'm going to give Balthier some use so that he can do something in this fight. It's a rare steal naturally, so I'm probably not going to get it, but I'm going to get something. Balthier is going to do something in this fight. And I stole the Holy Stone. Okay, that's not what I wanted naturally, but Balthier did something. It's not that I don't like Balthier, it's just that I don't have use for him in this fight, unfortunately. Now, let's get rid of that last trap, because it's definitely going to be in the way when my attackers start kicking his butt. But he's blocking it with his big left foot. Okay, there we go. And Vaughn's job is done for this fight as soon as I can get the target off of him. And there we go. Now we're going to bring in Ash, and I'll let Fran take it from here. Until she gets knocked out, of course. Actually, I need to dispel that, isn't he still in, yes, he's in, yes, I need to get that out of here first, so let's just go ahead and I think I've exposed him enough, so let me get Penelo out here so I can dispel that, protect that, hasten that bravery, of course. Oh, Ash's games are not on, that's a no-no. Alright. Okay, Fran, take a break, let's pick up, you. Alright, now, pay close attention to Bosch back here. He's gonna use a dark mode on himself. Oh, you're still exposing. I guess I'll let him expose just a little more, so I can lower your defense just a little more. One more, then we'll get this show started. All right, that's enough. Now I'm gonna change Bosch's gambits to kick-ass mode. Unfortunately, in this version, it's kind of hard to do the 50-minute thing with the expose, with the the low HP stuff for the 12-hit combos. But I have a way to do it. There are a lot of ways to do it, but this seems to be the most effective one for me. Okay, what he's gonna do is Bosch is gonna use a dark mode on himself, put himself in very critical status, but the damage is too weak to hurt Ash, which is why I'm using dark mode instead. And since he's not wearing a helmet, he takes damage from it, bring him to very critical hit points. And now he can do 12-hit combos. And let me get Penelo out of range of these two so they aren't hit by the stone breath or the white breath. And I got screwed over by the death hit, which is very, very annoying. So let's bring Fran out here. Yeah, that instant KO is definitely going to screw you over in this fight with Yazamat, so... And it's very, very aggravating every time it happens. And it looks like I took off my, okay. Remember that you can cast decoy while it's still active and it'll continue. But it looks like I didn't do it in time. Oh, I did. He targeted Penelo and Asses got caught in the crossfire. Now what Ash is going to do is Ash is going to use a water moat on herself. And now she's in critical hit points. It's just a little too high for the 12-hit combo, but it's okay. And I forgot to change the gimmicks, which is why I fucked up like that. I forgot to turn this on right here. Okay. This is supposed to be on. Now let's try that again. Alright, you pick up Ash. She does a water moat on herself, putting her in critical hit points. Now she can do 9 and 10 combos. Now she's in Berserk. She's ready to go. And Penelope's going to cast Braver on her while she keeps attacking. And shortly after that, will let Hasty Got Mo follow. Okay. Putting her and me and Fran in the... Well, Fran missed, unfortunately, but that's okay. Alright, so let's bring Boss back out here. And another Hasty Got Mo will follow. Or not. Why aren't you doing Hasty Got Mo, Penelope? Oh, because it's on Ash. I need to change that to... I haven't changed my gimmick setup from when I tried to do it with Ash, Fran, and Penelope, but as I said, that takes a long time, and he spams Death Strike when you do that. So, and let me just go and okay, I got it for Fran. All right. Now everyone knows the 50-minute strategy with the Yasmet, where you run around a circle while your attacker is just raping with with their moves. And I forgot to recast decoy, unfortunately, but that's okay. We're just getting started. It's kind of hard to fight this guy by doing the commentary. The first time I ever tried that. But eventually I'll pull it together. And note that in this version that Cyclone can break the 9,000 barrier. So, especially when it goes and growing thick, it's going to do like 14,000 unless you're using the Uber Shield, which is over all limits, of course. Or the Windbreaker. But I don't know why you use that when you can use the Shield. Unless you're not good at the RNG method. Now, so I don't screw up like I did last time, this is going to put this decoy back up. And let the onslaught continue. Oh, come on. That's just BS right there. Anyways, I was saying, even though I can't do it as easy... Oh, come on! What kind of hooey... Okay, when you get two death hits in a row like that, that's just bad luck, seriously. Fortunately, there was nobody on the screen when he decided to cast Protect, so that gave me a little time before he knocked Penelope out. Now she's in reverse. If I get hit by death now, I'm just really screwed. Okay, that bought me the time I needed. But yeah, those death hits really screw you over, and unfortunately, he combos just as much as Masamune does, which makes it even more annoying. Now let's bring Ash back out here so she can continue raping him with the Triangle Tower back there. And you may have noticed that she's not attacking with him. This is simply because the Triangle Tower has no sprite, which sucks balls if you ask me. Alright, so looks like we're back where we started. Okay. What was I saying? I forgot. Oh yeah, you may have noticed that even though it's a lot harder to bring my attackers down to critical hit points quickly as unlike I can in the English version, I did it pretty fast because of the way my gimmicks are set up. Basically, I revive Ash first, then she go ahead and puts herself in critical hit points with the water moat. Then I revive Boss first. He puts himself in critical hit points with a dark moat, but it's too weak to hurt Ash, so I don't have to worry about him knocking her out with that. And of course, he cannot hurt my my magics with it since they're wearing high and magic resistant mystic armor. And let me put decoy back on before it goes off. I don't know why you attacked Ash like that, but oh well. But it's all good. He's already lost about, what, a quarter of his health. And they're just really raping him over there. So I'm basically doing the exact same thing that I'll be doing in the English version. The only difference is it's a lot easier and it's not going to take that much long. Okay. I guess I'll take this time to explain the main reasons why he's a lot easier in this version. For starters, most of you probably fight this guy with the reverse. In case you haven't figured it out by now, reverse lasts a lot longer in this version than it did in the English version. Speaking of reverse, ribbon does not block reverse, as you see, which is very helpful. This means that I can use this and not worry about. I can still cast reverse without worrying about his stone breath causing petrify and his cyclone causing sap. So I can keep ribbon on throughout the whole fight while I'm safe from his stats effects. Another thing that made him easy is the simple fact that we can break the damage barrier in this version. As you see, they're doing like 40,000 per hit, and they just combo him like crazy. Not only that, but the new weapons, of course, make it easier. Especially the Triangle Tower. The Triangle Tower, not only is it the second strongest weapon in the game, but it combos like crazy and anybody can use it. The downside to this is, of course, it's hard to get if you suck at the RNG method, which is unfortunate since most of you aren't really good at that. But once you learn how to use the RNG method, it's not that difficult. And looks like I put that on right on time. Okay. The main thing that made this guy easier, and I'm not using because it's too cheap for my taste, is the fact that bosses can be withered this time around. I can wither him so much that his attacks will barely do 500 damage, and that just makes him really, really easy. Then you can take him head on as if he was fighting a regular boss. But we're not going to do that, because personally I prefer to watch them combo him in the back like that. But in any case, the Yasmet is very, very easy in this international version. But of course, things can go wrong on the cases with the Death Strike and stuff like that. And here comes Cyclone, and Penelo is in reverse, so I'll be okay. Now this is probably going to knock out both Bosch and Ash back there. And it did. But thanks to my gimmick setup, you will see just how effective this is the way I have it. Ash is going to go ahead and put herself in critical hit points, like so. Now Bosch comes up, and there's the death hit I told you about, but that's okay. Okay. Let me just go ahead and do that. Now Bosch puts himself in critical hit points, but he's too weak to hurt Ash, and let the onslaught continue. And with any luck, I can, there we go, I need to take Ash out so I can bring Penelo back before I get screwed by the Death Strike again. Not Death Strike, but the Death Attack. Alright, and let the ass kicking continue. And let me recast Decoy now before it wears off and he ends up attacking one of my attackers back there. Alright. And I can take out Fran now, so let's do that and bring back Ash, and she's going to be right by Boss, thank you, and back to Vanilla, and let the ass kicking continue. I guess I'll grab this item while I'm at it. It is a Cure mode, not that I need it. Okay, so let's see here. And now the fight just started. He's already lost half his health, so just about. And I'm not using the super speed, so if I was using the super speed, he'd probably be dead by now. But I'm not good at controlling them doing the super speed. And let me haste up here after the bravery. Yeah, they're just really raping them back there. Oh, come on! I just got raped. They're both in bravery and berserk. I just need Fran to put them in haste. I would do that after I pick up Penelo. And normally I would try to fight him the same way I did Hellworm, but you want to try to stay away from this guy as much as possible because maybe it's just bad luck, but he seems to get more death hits on you than Hellworm does, even though they have the same ability. It's supposed to be a 5% chance to hit to do the death thing, but I get screwed by it every time. Now let's haste up, and Penelo got it too, so that speeds up a little bit, and let me get out of their range so they're not hit by the. Oh, come on! What is going on with this death hit, man? It's a 5% chance, but I've been hit by like maybe 10 times already in this fight. But yet, it's also a 5% chance to get a Hell Gates flame, but it takes us about maybe 3 hours to get one. Okay, so Decoy and Ash is still whipping your ass over there, and let's get Penelo out of here and bring. I didn't want to do it that way, but that's okay. He's gonna run up to you anyway. All right. Yeah, so I'm trying. Right now, I'm in the slap range. This is what I call the slap range. The slap range is when he's standing in the middle of the screen. He just slaps you non-stop. The reason why I try to avoid the slap range is because he attacks very, very fast when he does that, and you will get hit by the death hit a lot. But not only that, after 40 action, he all make it the Cyclone. You know that already, but still. And speaking of Cyclone, here it comes, and Fran's in reverse, so I'll be okay. Cyclone attack! This is a wind attack, for those of you who don't know that by now. But, you know, and they're just really just raping you back there. I had a little trouble. Anyway, as I said, I have a theory about Death Strike. He used it 2 times. He uses it when you're running. Like if you try to go down the stairs, he uses it. The game is telling him that you're trying to escape with your last character, so he's gonna try to do a Death Strike on you to end the fight. And I have a theory about when he uses it in the midst of battle. He uses it after the battle has been lasted a long time because In this international version, I can beat him in 20 minutes and I can like never see a death strike from him. But I tried to beat him with Ash, Fran, and Penilla so that I wouldn't break my female tradition here. But unfortunately, he started spamming death strike. I did beat him eventually, but I had to switch to the male character. So I could probably beat him with just those 3, but it would be luck. Cause oh come on, because of that and the death strike, of course. And that's just not cool. I really hate it when he does that. If some unfortunate twist happened that he does do that 2 times in a row on Fran and Penelo, then I'd be forced to bring out Vaughn and Balthier to revive them. But that shouldn't happen because he's already down to his last, 20% hit points now. So as I said, I was going to originally do both the English version and the international version on this fight, but you've already seen me beat him in the English version about 500 times. And there are millions of those on YouTube already, so we're just going to do this on the international version so you can see just how much easier he is in the international version. And let me go to Fran now. Oh, shit! Come on, Yazmat. Why are you screwing me over with this 5% death thing 50% of the time? Alright, let me recast decoy here. For those of you who want to try the 50-minute or hour Yazmat thing, it's not something that you're going to get overnight. It's not easy as it looks, but after you've done it for a long time, it'll start to get easier. But trust me, it's going to take a lot of practice to do this in active mode and, you know, upkeep the combos and stuff like that. Haste the guy mode, very, very nice. Now let me stay away from him before I get hit by that death thing again. Stone Breath, but once again I'm using ribbons thanks to it not blocking reverse, so I don't have to worry about, you know, stopping and using gold needles and stuff like that, so I can keep on moving. Recast decoy, and they are just really putting the beating on you back there with those triangle towers. Look at this. Yeah, they're just raping you completely. I love watching those 10 and 12 hit combos come out. To do a 10 and 12 hit combo, I think the hit points have to be like 10 or 5% lower, something like that. I think it has to be lower than 5% for them to do a 12 hit combo. Boss is in that range, but Ash is just a little above that, so should do like between 5 and 10 hits with every combo, but that's okay. All right. He's going to be doing growing threat really soon, and that's where things start to get ugly, unfortunately. And they just whoop. Look at this. They just raping you back there with these swords. Well, with invisible swords anyway. But I love watching that stuff. They just obliterating you back there. Look at this. Oh well, let's keep going. Stone Breath. I don't want him too close to them, so I need to keep her moving. Something I need to note about the reg attack, for those of you who haven't figured it out by now, it only does a death hit when he's attacking you forward like that. If he's completely swinging his oh, here comes a Cyclone, she has reverse, so I'm okay. When he's completely swinging his right arm fully, it's not gonna knock you out with the death hit. Other than that, his basic attacks do have a chance to KO you on hit. And watch as I pick them back up really quickly. Ash comes back up. She does a water mode on herself. She's in critical mode, and now she's gonna start kicking his ass again. Now Boss is gonna get picked up. Now he's gonna do a dark mode on himself, but the damage is too weak to hurt Ash or Penelo, so they are completely safe from it. And let the ass kicking continue, and here comes growing threat, which means now things get ugly. So I need to add protect in my arsenal here. Because if he does a combo, you're probably not going to survive it if you aren't in reverse. But that protect just might give you a few seconds to survive it. That was the attack I was talking about. When he swing his hand like that, it's not going to KO you. And it looks like I didn't do that lure in time, so he killed Ash. But that's okay. She's away from Boss, so she's not going to knock him out with a water mode. Alright. White breath. Don't hit Ash. Don't hit Ash. You missed Ash. Thank you. This fight should be over in about another 5 minutes if I'm not screwed over by the death attack. Here comes a nice long... Oh, no, man. He's... Keep in mind that when he has 5% hit points left, he does reflect. I'm ready for that, so keep your eyes out for that reflect animation, because you don't want reflect on your decoys, because that'll slow you down big time. 12 hit combo by boss. You see that? Very, very lovely. Ash only did 5 hits, but that's okay. Haste God mode. Okay. And here comes Reflected God. I don't care if it hits boss or Ash. But I do care if he hits Pinello. So I'm gonna use a root ring on that so she can have reflect on. And it missed. Good. Alright. Now let's put the ribbon back on. And at this point I'm gonna be taking out boss very, very soon, because I want Ash, Fran, and Pinello to be on the screen when they do their victory poses. So where's my ribbon? Oh, it's back on top. Oh no, that's root ring ribbon. Okay, thank you. Alright, looks like he put Ash and reflect, but that's okay, because the fight's gonna be over before it becomes a problem. Either. Stone breath. So as you clearly see, Yasmet is definitely easier this time around. And I'm not even using the suit speed, but once again, I can't control them in the suit speed, which is why I'm not doing it. But I probably wouldn't have done it anyway. When he gets down to his last bar, I'll take out Bosch if I can anyway, because he's being targeted a lot. And it looks like I just depleted a whole bar before the shadow part went down. So, and it's not every day that you see that happening. Now, since the Triangle Tower is invisible, I'm going to switch Ash's weapon now to the Treaty Blade, so that when they do their video poses, she'll be actually wearing something. And I need to end this fight. Okay, good. I can take out Boss now, bring in Fran, and I want her to be wearing something when she does the video pose. So hopefully she will decide to use her sword. And I also want to be controlling Ash when that happens. Since I am such a pervert, I love Ash very, very much. Keep an eye on his hit points. I hope that we aren't KO'd here. And let me go to Ash now. The Treaty Blade combos a lot. Not as much as the other sword, but it does combo. And... die, Yasmet! And that, my friends, was Yasmet in the international version. Very, 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 very easy, as you can see. So, hope you enjoyed this movie. Stay tuned for the trial mode. See you guys later. She's not wearing her weapon, damn. What a disappointment.